Not feeling too great today. Not horrible. Got my second vaccine shot, and yesterday was rough. And today, I'm not all the way back yet. So, but I needed to get back to practicing. I skipped 2 days. I didn't stream. I didn't practice. I didn't jack shit. And I probably won't be talking a whole lot tonight just because I don't really feel that great. So, to it. I like this one. I'm gonna save this. I was just looking up to see. I was expecting, I was picking my nose, and somebody would tune in. Maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will watch this later and catch it. If you do, send me a message. Make fun of me for picking my nose or whatever. That'd be pretty funny, actually. Let's see. Ooh, hey. Oh, holy crap. Surprised you're up. This is late as crap. I almost didn't do it, but I haven't been doing anything the last couple nights. I got my second COVID shot, and it like knocked me out for like a day. I guess like two technically. I almost just went to bed. I was like, oh man, I better at least just pop on and do my melodics real quick. Oh yeah, I used to be late night guy all the time, but I don't know. Last 10 years, I've gotten used to the early jobs, and I'd still like to stay up late, but then it throws me off on other during the week. They tell you not to go if you still have it, just because they don't want you to go there and get everybody else infected, and it's not bad for you. But I was actually done with like the timing of it. Couldn't have been like any more, perfect. But because when I got my shot, it was actually from the or once I realized I had it, they tell you to quarantine for 10 days, or yeah, 10 days from your initial onset of symptoms. And technically, my first onset of symptoms was like 8 or 9 days, something like that, before or wait, I forget. Anyways, it was so close that I was able to get the shot by a second shot. If it would have been off by a couple more days, then I'd have had to reschedule. But I got pretty lucky on that, and I go back to work on Monday. Yeah, I didn't tell work that when my initial symptoms were, because I felt it a little bit the weekend before I went in, but I didn't want to go back into work this week. So I'm gonna hit this thing up real quick, and then I'm gonna start finding something to do here. Yeah, that second shot took it out of me. Like I expected to maybe feel a little something, but man, that first day, like I was like cold and sweating, and I did not feel good at all. And then like the second day, like I've been mostly good, but if I move around real fast, I get a little bit of a headache going. Not for like long term, just like while I'm moving. But other than that, I guess it's not too bad. Oh shit, my camera's all out of whack. It always gets screwed up. I have it mounted on a pole on a little lap desk thing on my desk. I actually sleep with the thing on the bed, and when I turn it, it ends up getting smashed into the table over here. It gets all screwed up. Yeah, I didn't have too much trouble with my arm being sore. I mean, I did a little bit with both, but like on the first shot, I didn't feel anything other than yeah that slight sore arm. But on my second shot, man, wow, it was not quite like being sick, but kind of like being sick. Which one did you have? I had the Pfizer one. I know. I just talked to my buddy. He had the Moderna one, and he said his side effects on his second shot were pretty rough too. I was actually talking to my parents before I went out to get my second shot, and I forget the exact relation to them. They both work at restaurants, and one of the restaurants, there was, I think it was a cook whose mother, or maybe it was an aunt or something, just died of COVID. She had it for like, it was definitely more than 2 weeks. Like it was if most people would have had it, it would have had it and passed. and like it wouldn't go away, and she never got a clean test, and she died. I'm not sure if they said that she died of COVID or something else. Still not sure if my mom's gonna get the shot. She's all weird about it. My dad's on board. I don't know if he got his yet, but my mom's acting all weird about it. Go get go get the freaking shot. You don't gotta tell your friends, just go get it. I'm not sure. I actually been meaning to ask him more about it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my parents again tomorrow. Make sure that they're still on it. That's good. That's good. All right, let's find something to do here. What I want to do. Everything I'm seeing that looks familiar's already knocked out. I think maybe I'll just jump into something fresh here. Oh, finger positioning stays the same. I thought there was like an inversion in there somewhere. Should be pretty easy, I guess. Bring in a new chord. Play the D minor first inversion, A minor second inversion chords with your right hand. Again. Yeah, it's good. Get your practice in. I know I'm wishing that I would have just manned up and practiced the last couple days. I'm feeling like rusty as hell. Not that I'd necessarily be doing great, but I feel like I'm doing particularly poorly after having not opened it up in a couple days. Yeah, I pretty much stream anytime I do anything anymore. I got it like set up so that like I might as well just go ahead and do it. Takes me like 2 minutes to get it up and going. And to be honest, if I stream, it keeps me on task. If I don't stream it, I'll just lay there forever, just be like, yeah, in like 2 minutes, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start messing around, and I may even get up and start messing around, but then like I'll lean back and and then the next thing I know, like 2 3 hours is gone. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I figure I'm like so small and like nobody really watches me that I don't really worry a whole lot about it. Plus, then if like something cool ever happens and I've got it like there, try this again. Okay, let me try that. Practice. It's gonna take me longer than I expected. There we go. Step past. Oh, I think I might have screwed myself up there. I screwed my thing up the other day. I got 3 stars. I went back. I was doing old stuff, and I got 3 stars on something, and it. I think I was supposed to get a record or what? I forget what it was I was supposed to get, but I clicked the OK button too fast, and it didn't register. Oh yeah, and that's what it was. It didn't give me 3 stars because I cycled through everything so fast that I guess it didn't register in their system. That was a bit of a disappointment. It took me a while to get it again. Crap. This is the next step. I've never got to, let's see. Oh, it's combine and play. Just all the old stuff. Yeah, it sucked. Luckily, it wasn't anything like super hard. It was like some grade 2 thing, or it wasn't grade 2. And it was something that was a little bit simpler, and it was just like getting 3 stars on it. I think it was like a grade 3 or 4. Let's see if I can lock this thing out. practice. I don't remember this first part at all. Just go ahead and do a couple rounds like this. I hate when I accidentally hit wait. I usually don't notice, and it's not until I'm like into it I realize what I did. Bombing, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and try performance anyway. Should be able to do this. Know where everything's at. Just gotta do it. Ooh, 47. Not too far off. Go. Go back to practice. This will probably be like my typical go to practice and then I don't even get a full round in and then I'm ready to go back to performance again. performance. There we go. Oh yeah. So you want you need a camera for your face. I'd say the one that I saw was like I think it was the Logitech 920, something like that. It's like does 1080p, it does 60 frames a second. You got to make sure you get one that does 60 frames a second. If it only does 30 frames a second, it'll look a little bit choppy. But yeah, I think the one that I see that they recommend for that is the Logitech 920. I have one that's the one that's on my face to step up. It's the Logitech Brio. It does 4K. I don't use the 4K. I got this one with some kind of deal that I saw. It was like pretty much, the same price. It might have even been used. I can't even remember where I picked it up. But I'm actually planning to get another one for my hands. I think the one for my hands is like a forget exactly what it's called, but it's a Logitech too, but it doesn't do 60 frames a second. If you look, like if I move slow, it doesn't look bad, but like if I start, you could see that's like, but if I did that, on this one, the green screen things, messing it up a little bit. Even with that, you could tell it's a lot more fluid. But I'm getting for mine, I'm actually getting a different one, a Logitech. It's the Pro Stream Plus, I think it is. And the reason I'm getting that one, it's a little more. It's like 160, but it has optical image stabilization built into the camera. And I know because I'm on my bed and on this padded lap thing, I get a lot of vibration if I start going hard or if I got a little bit of play in my setup. So I'm going for that one. But if you're looking for, I don't know. I've seen everything at typical retail prices. I haven't seen any sales. Like I said, I've been the Logitech 60 frame a second. You're looking at about like 120. If you want something that does 4K, you're looking at more like 160 to 180. But yeah, I saw people saying that it was hard to find cameras, but that was actually when I bought my cameras, and I really didn't notice it being hard to find them. I wasn't able to find any great sales or anything, but I wasn't like paying scalper prices or anything. It's not like the freaking graphics cards and shit right now. I've been wanting to build a computer for like a long time. Like, I mean, I built my other one, but I mean, I've been wanting to build a new one for a while. And I saw all the new graphics cards were coming out. I was like, oh man, this will be awesome. And I saw everyone competing to buy them. Like, oh man, I can't wait until, everybody's, had their fill and I could get a good deal on one. And now I'm like considering freaking, I don't know. I'm not gonna pay scalper prices, but I'm like, considering like making a dedicated goal to like spend a couple hours, and I guess probably more than a couple hours, and find one. But yeah, I've been finding plenty of cameras because I've even just been looking. Like I said, I've been planning to replace this one I've got on my hands. But yeah, I was looking at like Amazon and Best Buy, and, all the big sites. They all seem to be in stock and at typical prices. Yeah, how cheap are you trying to stay? Because trying to think, the one that I got that I use on my hands might not be too bad. Like for your face, if you're not moving around a lot, it's I can't remember what it's called, but it does 30 frames a second at 1080p, and it was a lot cheaper. I got it at Sam's Club, I think, for like $70, and they made a very similar model that they sold at Best Buy for like a similar price. Or another thing you can do if you really want the current one I thought about, they're like $40. Another route you can go if you really want to go on the cheap end, you can use GoPro, and they look and they sound awesome. It looks a little bit janky, in the setup, depending how you mount it. But you could find a cheap GoPro. You don't even need a real GoPro. You get a knockoff GoPro for, not too much, as long as you get, you know what I mean? As long as you got a good microphone. I think the microphones in them are actually pretty decent, if I remember right, too. Yeah, there's a lot of cheap cameras out there now. I decided to spend a little bit more on, but yeah, you can get some pretty decent cameras cheap. Yeah, I don't know as much about that end of it because I've been looking at the nicer ones. But like I said, if you wanted to find like a uh, cheap option, if you could find a cheap action cam like a GoPro or something, that would be like nice. I actually have one. I don't know what I'd want for it, but it's like I'd want like almost nothing for it because the case for it's like screwed up, but it's got like an extra big battery with it. Like, but I guess that really wouldn't matter if you're doing like a home setup. But yeah, I'd look on like Craigslist around you. Yeah, you do. I've seen some nice podcast. I don't know, if podcast the right word. Nice streaming setup like with the GoPro. Yeah, I'm sure if you do a search on YouTube, I can't remember where I saw it. It wasn't in person. It was something I saw online. Someone like showing like that they had their setup for it. I guess you'd probably need some kind of adapter. I'm trying to think how they had that set up. It's been a while. Yeah, I would hit up YouTube and look up using GoPro as a webcam. Hmm. I don't know. That might be trying to think like how they had that set up. I don't know. Oh, I got a new controller. I got the MIDI fighter. I seen you and Dr. Crispy using them, and Seemed like the buttons were closer together. I figured, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. I like it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm just going to start on something new here. Maybe warm up on some early warm up steps. Yeah, I haven't seen his yet. I think that was the day he was supposed to get it. Was the day that I was experienced, or no, that was the day I went to get the shot, and then I haven't seen him again since. I was tuning into him a lot while I was out for this couple weeks. Try it with the pads yet? You mean if I like tried this controller with it? Yeah, I've used it a little bit. It's pretty decent. I like it a lot. The buttons are a little closer together. One thing that sucks is like if you're using it like to make music, is you don't have the velocity sensitivity on it. But as far as like being a like playability, I like it a lot. It's less fatiguing than the rubber pads that I have on the push and on the keyboard, the MPK. You should totally get into Live 11, dude. It's awesome. I'm not necessarily like great at it. Like I understand how to use a lot of the mechanics of it, and like I'm finally coming to understand, all the effects. And but it's really not that hard. Like if you already know how to use, you use that Serato. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to cross over into that. Oh, the Live 11 was in the. Oh, that's right. You won the Melodics thing. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you should totally start using it. I think, you're already like making decent music. I think it'll add a lot. Like I said, I understand a lot of the mechanics of how to use it. I'm not necessarily like good at like the music side of it, but it's very powerful. There's so much you could do with it. And I don't know Serato. Serato actually looks a little different. When I see other people using other softwares, like I pretty much always can, tell what they're doing, and the functions are always very similar. Your setup on Serato, that looks a little bit different. I haven't seen a lot of that, but I'm sure that there's definitely like crossover too. I mean, to click that. I'll find something completely untouched. Start from scratch. These both are exercises. I'm going to avoid that. I want something that's more like a song. Oh yeah, if you were using Reason, then you should be able to transition it to Ableton pretty easily, I would think. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure Ableton out, but that's mostly just like because like I didn't know like anything. Like it took me so long like and trying to learn the program without knowing as much about making music and stuff. But like yeah, if you've already used stuff like Reason, you're gonna like slide right into Ableton. I'm sure there will be features that you might not necessarily like know about right away, and it might take you a while to really unlock all the potential that it has, but you'll be able to, you'll start swimming right away. Yeah, I'm sure it's intimidating getting all that crap dumped on you all at once. Yeah, Doctor, he seems like he'd be a good teacher too. Yeah, like I said, I've been trying to tune it since I've been out for so long. He like is on pretty much every day. I've been trying to tune into him, but a couple days I didn't make it, and then there's a couple days, like I said, where I was recovering. I wasn't doing shit. But yeah, he seems like he'd be a freaking pretty decent teacher too. And like I said, well, you already know it'll, how to use, some of this other stuff. You're you're gonna have a pretty easy time at it, I imagine. Oh yeah. Was it like before you got into the other stuff, or was it like I said, I would imagine that it shouldn't be too hard to figure out if you were using reason. I really do need to get another computer. This thing is. I don't have so much trouble when I'm making music, but when I'm using melodics, I get a lot of glitchy screen. Yeah, I remember I was trying to learn Ableton way back in the day, but I didn't have like any concept of what any of the shit was. I think it was like Ableton 7, I think was the first one I downloaded off of like the Pirate Bay. And I remember thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be awesome." And like I'm like looking at it, it's got like little balls and lines, and like I could never make heads or tails of it. And then I forget, or no, that was Ableton 8 maybe. But and then like I can't remember, years later, I think it was shortly before, it was like right after 10 came out. Maybe it was shortly before 10 came out that I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually like buy it. I'm actually going to fucking learn it. And I thought, like, I was like, if I actually like pay for it this time, then that'll like motivate me that I have to learn it. And it took me a long time, but like I said, I feel like now I understand the program. Now I just need to get good at music. I understand enough about music. I've learned enough about music to understand the program, enough to learn the program, and now I got to learn how to make music. Yeah, yeah. I think if you got someone to teach you, I think that it'll probably help you out a lot. From everything that I've seen and heard, it seems to be the most powerful program. Like if you're into specialized stuff, there might be something better for that specialized thing. But as far as like a overall best, that seems to be the general consensus out there is that it's the most powerful out of the bunch. Unless you're like specializing on something in particular where maybe a certain program excels. I know one thing that I've been wanting to do, but I never, I don't know, I don't have time to be like jumping into other stuff. But on an impulse buy a long time ago, I bought a little digital DJ set with the little tables, a little Pioneer thing. I got it real cheap, used at Guitar Center because my buddy picked one of these. It's like $100 or something like that. And, I was like, oh man, I should pick one of those up for the hell of it. And I've like never had time to mess with it. Anytime like I got time for music, I'd never bothered to pick it up, except for when I first got it. I installed software. One of the main, that's right. One of the big reasons I bought it was because at the time you could actually legit use the Spotify on the DDJs and like have two tracks from Spotify playing at the same time and have it all hooked up through the phone and everything. And that was what made me buy it because my buddy was telling me, "You could if I had a phone like yours, I could hook it all up like his." Shit, and it's like $100. But I could never get it working properly with the phone. I could get the Spotify hooked up to it, and I actually was able to download an app on my phone for $25, and it had two little turntables on it, and I could mount the songs from Spotify into that, and I could get it to work that way. But when I hooked it up to the DDJ, I could never get it to connect properly. I could get the phone to recognize it, and I could get things to come up, but I couldn't get the tracks to load onto the virtual tables or whatever the hell they are. I don't know all the terminology for that stuff. Let's see. Seems a tough thing these days. Yeah, I don't finish anything. I need to yeah, I need to start focusing on like bare minimum product and just like not like that I want to think of it as a product, but like you said, you gotta finish it. If you don't finish it, you're just practicing how to start something that you're not gonna finish. Like I've heard it a million times, and it's like the most common advice out there, and maybe not the most common, but one of the most common, and because it's freaking totally fucking good advice and absolutely on point. Yeah, I need to start getting myself into, finishing everything I start, even if it's gonna freaking, even if I think it's gonna suck, and freaking just start fucking pounding shit out and fucking practice fucking finishing shit. I know one thing I've been thinking about. I have a MPCX, and I feel like that's probably the thing that I actually like accomplished more like actually like composition on than anything. I don't know, something about it like actually had me like punching in actual shit and I don't know, something about it. Maybe I need to like clear all the crap off of that thing that I haven't used in a while and start messing with that again. Start bouncing that stuff into Ableton and maybe working off of that. Yeah, I bought that thing because I was originally having trouble being able to use my computer and make music at the same time, and I felt like that was like hampering me a lot. And I was like, I need to get something that I can, have separate from that because I could never get my audio issues worked out where I could have separate channels on that stuff. So I bought the MPCX and I was using that for a while, and then I ended up getting a sound card that solved all my other issues and switched back over to mostly on the computer. Right, I want to check if I have anything going on that I can shut off. Looks like everything's done. Already off. I want to change the lighting on this thing too. I don't like the way everything flares out all the time. Kind of distracting. I think another thing about the MPC that was maybe, I don't know, I was going to say motivating, but I don't know if that's the right word. One of the things about the MPC that most contributed to the fact that I think that that was where I was probably doing the most volume of, I don't know if good is the right word, but what I felt like was, work that was progressing my abilities was the fact that that it had like sound packs on it that were sounds that would work well together versus now I'm kind of like drawing from such a bigger pool. When I was on the MPCX, I was limited to what I had on there, which was what came on it or what I specifically would curate and put on it. Versus nowadays, whenever I look for sounds, like I said, I mostly use loop clouders. I guess I could keep myself within sound packs on there, but I tend to maybe pick and choose different things a lot, and I get caught up in maybe a little bit more of that when I should just be focusing on actually just putting some shit together. Oh, and yeah, he's saying, hear your first beats. I ended up, I saw you had your Spotify thing listed the one day, and so I jumped on and I checked you out on Spotify and followed you on there. Yeah, that would be a good thing. I see, 'cause then you get people to come in that just want to, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I think it was one of the days I was watching Dr. Crispy. I like clicked on your thing and was looking. I watched like put a little bit of time on one of your videos, and I saw you had your Spotify listed there. I was like, oh, I better pop on Spotify and listen through some of this shit and hit the follow button. No, yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, just start putting it out there, and then if you ever like get to a level where you feel like the early stuff that you put out there maybe doesn't hold up anymore, you don't have to leave it all out there all the time. Just throw it up, keep putting up new stuff, and whoa, who's this? Yo on a string. Bob kills ninjas. What is happening? Not a whole bunch. Manifest TV. How goes it? It's going pretty good. Trying, but oh, you were the guy. You build models on your channel, isn't it? Yeah, just me chilling in here and DJ Silence. He pops by from time to time. Just doing my normal practice. Things are going good. Not really performing too well on practice because I haven't been on past couple days. I got my second COVID shot. I had some side effects from that. So yeah, I was watching some of that the other day. It was pretty cool. Oh yeah, you play Melodics. Yeah, DJ Silence here. He plays too. That's how I found him on here. He was looking for other people to play Melodics. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this controller I have here is actually new to me. I usually use do keys and pads. I got a MPK Mini here. I'm sure if you checked out my channel, you saw that before. I've only been using this one recently. So, do you do pads or do you do keys? Yeah, I can do this now. Yeah, that's cool. So, I'm assuming you probably make music too, or do you just like, you? I'm pretty sure you almost have to. I can't imagine there's anybody out there playing melodics on keys and pads and doesn't make some kind of music. Oh, there's a few of us out there. Like I said, there's me. There's DJ Silence who's in the chat right now. He does it. There's another guy that I watch, Dr. Crispy, that does it. Uh, I know there's a handful of other people, but I'm like thinking people I actually know. There's another one I recently followed that he does the drums. Like he's got like a not like just like a little pad set. Like it's actually set up like big drums. His name was Doctor Hot Dogs. At first, I didn't want to watch him because I already followed Doctor Crispy. Like I don't know, I already got a doctor. And I was like, Doctor Hot Dogs, I don't know. But I tuned in and he was playing like some big drum thing set up. I don't know how many people are watching a lot of melodic stuff. I've never really paid attention to the view count or anything. I know I don't really get a ton of viewers, but I'm like a lame like new streamer. That, like my I don't know. I don't want to say it's terrible, but it's not going to have a lot of viewers. I'm just too new and inexperienced at it or whatever. Just gonna start streaming Melodics, but wasn't sure how many. See, that's what I figured. I don't think a whole lot of people are tuning in. Like if I think like if you were, I saw Dr. Crispy and Silence were talking one time, and I think Dr. Crispy hit the nail on the head. So if people tune in, you probably could build a big audience playing Melodics, but not just doing practice. Like you'd have to be like getting like perfect scores on hard boards. Like it would have to, you'd have to look like a pro gamer for, long periods of time to keep people sucked in to get a huge amount of viewers, I would think. Yeah, this is I got it just recently because I saw Silence and Dr. Crispy had it. I saw it before, but I didn't realize that's what it was when they had it. It's called a MIDI fighter, and it has arcade style buttons on it. And then it's got different banks. So if you're using music production software, you can have, bank one with something sounds assigned to each button, and then two. Then it's actually got three little soft buttons on each side, and then it also has things in it which I don't think a lot of people use. But if you notice when I tip it and that lights up, it's got angle sensors on all four axes so that you could use it to do like effects. Like if you wanted, from what I gather, not a lot of people use it. You could set it up so that like you can make go into the right reverb, and the further to the right you tip it, the more reverb it would put on it or something like that. I haven't used any of that kind of functionality out of it yet, but yeah, it's like arcade style buttons. Yeah, it's called MIDI Fighter 3D. I think it's like about $200. I don't know what Sanyo buttons are, but they're like real nice arcade buttons. I think it would be rough to fool. I think there's actually a lot more. That's what I would have thought about you saying that people don't know about it. That's what I would have thought. But from what I gather, there's a pretty big like community on like Facebook and maybe Instagram too. Like, and I've actually seen more people on here on Twitch recently that have been playing it. I don't think it's anybody getting a lot of views, but I'm noticing some more people. But yeah, it's not something a whole lot of people know about. What's the cost run? Yeah, like I said, I think it was like about 215, something like that. Yeah, the guy, one guy was talking about Dr. Crispy. He just got one. I haven't seen it yet. He was supposed to get it in. So it's got 64 pads, same as this one. But yeah, they make a couple other controllers too. They're really nice. It's this one's called the MIDI Fighter. I'm trying to remember. I think the company that makes it's DJ Tech Tools. I try to make music. I think I'm better at melodics than I am at making music. But I tool around a little bit. I don't know. I really I just want to make anything. Like eventually, whenever I like get good, I don't know. I grew up on metal, And then like as I got older, I got like more into hip hop, and then I don't know. The older I get, the broader my musical interests get. I tend to really like stuff that's experimental or goes in different directions. I think I don't know. I love like LP's beats. You know, I'm sure you probably know who he is. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not as big as I think. Him and Killer Mike, but I love a lot of that kind of stuff. Uh, oh geez, I don't know if I really want to delve into the really like crazy stuff that I listen to, but I listen to a lot of wacky stuff. I don't really know that I make or really play a style yet. I don't think I'm really good enough to like have a style. I just I'm just trying to like put stuff together. I'm I'm still really I don't think I have a style. I'd say most of my stuff, if I had to put it in a category, would probably be like electronic music, but not necessarily because it is electronic music. It just I don't know, doesn't really have anything in it to really give it a personality. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, none of my stuff really has a style yet. I'm just trying to just make music and just learn and put in my time and try to figure it out. Yeah, electronic would probably be the best thing to say at this point in time. I don't necessarily know that I have something that I'm shooting for, but like I don't know. I have a hard time like I don't know. Like I said, I love everything from like heavy metal to to hip hop to I don't know. I've been seriously trying for probably 3 years now, maybe. Yeah, I've maybe been seriously trying for 3 years, and I've maybe actually been able to make some decent sounding stuff. Like I don't even want to say decent sounding stuff because it's not good, but like finally starting to feel like I'm making progress in like the last like probably the last year I'd say is like where I've been noticing the most progress. It took so long to figure out how to use the pro. I don't know if you were on when I was saying this. I think I might have been talking to DJ Silence before you come in, but when I started learning the program with like almost no musical background at all. Like I knew nothing about music other than how to pick up a guitar and play like a couple of small licks that somebody showed me when I was a kid. So it took me so long to figure out the program, and then I didn't know enough about music to even understand how to use the program when I was trying to watch videos on how to use that. So eventually I learned enough about music to know enough to be able to learn the program, to be able to learn, and now I think like in the last year I've really started to maybe make a little bit more headway. I use Ableton 11. I was saying to him, I think before you popped on, that I have an MPCX that I was using for a while that I feel like I was making a lot of progress with that I've been thinking about busting back out again. I feel like somehow on there I'm actually able to like compose more stuff. Like I don't know why, but I was speculating that maybe it's because on there all the sounds that I'm working with tend to all be organized in packs that all work well with each other. Whereas when I'm in Ableton using other stuff, I tend to be drawing from a much larger pool of sounds that maybe aren't necessarily going to work as good as some of that stuff did, or I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not giving up. I'm either gonna be lame forever or freaking. Well, I guess that's it. Either that or get good. I guess that's the other option. I think that's a little bit of what I liked about the MPC, but I mean, there's really that functionality in Ableton as well. I just maybe it's not as no, it's as easy to access. But yeah, step sequencers, I tend to do pretty good with that kind of stuff. I have seen the pocket operators; those are pretty cool. I also have a Arturia Micro Freak, if you know what that is. It's a nice little synthesizer. It's got a digital. Wait, is it a digital Yeah, it's a digital oscillator with analog filters on it. And I did think about getting a pocket operator before, just because it's so small and neat. I have a hard time with sequencers that don't have a visual layout. Like that's one of the things that I have a little bit of an issue with whenever I use my. Yeah, I see a lot of people like the OP1. That's a pretty big one though. I think I don't really have a lot of room. Yeah, my whole stream is set up on my bed here, so it's pretty. I'm pretty limited on space. That's one of the reasons I have the little MPK keyboard. When I bought that, I was thinking about getting something bigger, but I decided I don't have enough room in here. Try this again. I'm freaking bombing the simplest stuff tonight. Haven't practiced in a couple days. Oh, is it? Oh, the OP1 is the pocket operator. I don't know what I'm thinking of. When you said OP1, I was thinking about some other bigger full size synth. I think the OP1 is the pocket operator. Look that up. Make sure. Oh no, no. I okay, that thing is pretty badass. I've seen those. Yeah, I forget where I've seen that. Those things are pretty badass. The hell was I thinking of when you first said it? I don't know. When you first said OP1, I was picturing some big full like 64 or whatever, however a full size keyboard is. But I definitely got to stop by new gear. Oh, holy crap. I didn't realize they were that expensive. I definitely can't get one of those. Yeah, if the right piece of equipment came along, like sub $500, I could maybe con myself into buying something new, but I can't be affording that until and I don't know. I don't want to say quite that much, but if I ever found a way to be able to like leave my regular job, then maybe I'd consider spending that kind of money on something like that. But yeah, that would take a lot for me to spend $1,000 on or more on one single piece of gear outside of a computer. I need to build a new computer. I'm definitely gonna spend more than $1,000 there, but that's more than just a piece of equipment. Yeah, I'm definitely like trying to not buy as much stuff and just put more effort into doing things. But at the same time, I do like new stuff. And I do have a halfway decent job, so it's hard to not buy some new stuff now and again. Yeah, none of my current sounds are organized, and what I've fallen into is I use Loop Cloud, and it's like a cheap subscription thing, like $5 a month. But even if even if I didn't use the paid subscription, I just like the way that it like keeps and organizes everything into one spot. I don't know. I have a hard time finding all the stuff I have, and switching between things. I don't know. It's probably not too tricky. I'm just off tonight. I had it on practice and I was getting it for a minute earlier, but in fact, I'm just gonna put it back in practice. I try when I'm streaming. I try to, if I'm not doing well, I always try to leave it in practice. That way, things don't sound as bad. And there's always a little bit of music going in the background. I know having music going on in the background is probably better for anybody who's watching or paying attention. There we go. I should be able to get this. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I streamed tonight. I didn't expect anybody to pop in. But I told myself I didn't expect to do too well. I didn't even want to hop on, but I was, yeah, I haven't been on in 2 days. I better do my practice. There we go. At work right now. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely glad you stopped in. All right, next step. Bring in Kabasa. Kabasa. Okay, just kind of a little. Now this is hard. Yeah, in fact, I should just put this in practice. This is definitely going to take me a minute to pick up. Oh, I don't know if you're still sticking around or if you popped out whenever you said that Manifest TV, but with Melodics, DJ Silence actually won a Melodics contest like last month, I guess it was. They were having a thing where how you collect the records or whatever on certain courses or challenges or whatever. How you can earn a record if you get 100% score, or no, if you just get 3 stars on it. I guess you posted the tag on Facebook with the video or something, and you had a chance to win a prize, and you won a package from them with I forget what all was in it, but it was a bunch of different software, and I know he got at least one. I don't know if it was a synth or if it was just a really nice keyboard, but he got all kinds of stuff. I forget what all it was. I don't want to. On Instagram, that's it. But yeah, I forget what all he got in there, but he got a ton of stuff. Yeah, I don't want to start saying stuff out of turn, but I'm pretty sure he got like a bunch of different equipment, all kind of software. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still stuck around or not. It almost looks like he signed off with that emoji or whatever that was. Headphone, MIDI keyboard. Oh yeah, that was like a custom, not custom, but a personalized lesson with some pro. I'm not sure who Mark Clive Lowe is, but I'm sure he's a big deal in the production world. Yeah, I forgot about that aspect of it. Oh, that's awesome. Did they, so what, they made like a video out of that probably that they're gonna like send out to everybody eventually? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Set this on wait. See if I can yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you did that. That's cool. Let me see if I can figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Uh yeah, I guess that would work. Let me type my email into, I guess I gotta go to Twitch. Actually, it'd probably be faster for me to just do it on my phone. And then I'll just type my email into the chat. I don't think there's anybody in here that's gonna spam me right now. I say that and I'll get freaking slammed with something out of nowhere. Alright, how do I get to my channel? My channel. This is the live stream. So this is the chat. Actually, you know what? I was gonna send you an email that like had like my personal name in it, and, and then I was like, well, I don't know. I don't want to fucking send that over the Twitch chat in case something like scrapes it later. But I actually have one that's bobkillsninjas at gmail.com. I'm already on here, so I guess I'll still go ahead and type it out for you. I forgot I did make that a long time ago. Yeah, that one, I don't care if it's public. If it gets spammed to hell and back, I can just let it go to hell. There we go. Yeah, just send it in the chat. That way you don't have to type it up since I already had it up. Oh wait, I forgot to write the .com at the end of the thing. But yeah, bobkillsninjas@gmail.com. Oh, that's why it wasn't going, because it was in wait mode. I was just thinking, I can't believe I paused that and didn't just leave the music running in the background. Oh, okay, he is still there. Yeah, I saw that you said that you were at work, but like I said, I saw the smiley or whatever that was at the end. I thought maybe you did sign off because you had to get back to work or whatever. Yeah, I do. I know that Twitch hates mobile. I was, since I've been on there, like, I was kind of hoping, because I wear Bluetooth headphones at work. I have a pair of bone conduction headphones, so I can actually like listen to stuff without my ears being blocked off, so I can still hear what's happening around me. And I wanted to be able to listen to Twitch people while I was working, you know, kind of in the background, but I could not get Twitch to work well with my phone. I would have to leave it sitting up on the desk, and I don't want people at work to know that that's what's going on in my ears. Like, they know I have headphones in, but I don't want them to necessarily know what I'm, you know, listening to, or not even like what I'm listening to, but that it's something that has video. I think, you know, that like that. I think that like takes it into a realm where, you know, they're like, oh, what's he doing? He's like watching movies over there. Yeah, I need to look in to see if there's some kind of alternative third-party app to use where you can do that, because I know like YouTube, I could never do YouTube stuff on my phone until I got an app called YouTube Advanced. It's a little bit difficult to install. It's not like as complicated as rooting your phone or anything, but you can actually watch YouTube videos without the screen being on, without having to pay for their premium. Oh, is there an audio? Oh, I don't want to make you type, but I'll have to look. There must be some kind of setting in it where you can set it to just stream the audio. Yeah, I never noticed that. I would always have the video screen up, and whenever I'd try to turn off the screen, it would just shut the whole shit off. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. That way I can start giving people some listen time while I'm at work. Man, I feel like they should have made the first step. These other three notes, that one offbeat was not hard. They should have had you learn this and then thrown in that little offbeat to make it more difficult. I don't know. If they'd have done it that way, I'd have found another reason to not like the way they did it. I just don't like it because I'm not good at it yet. Oh, and if you got it on audio only, I should be reading what DJ Silence says too, instead of yeah, about the stuff that he won. It was on Instagram, and got headphones, MIDI keyboard, all kind of stuff. And he had a one-on-one thing. Oh, I think I did read some of that out. Mark Clive Lowe, who I guess is like a big producer. DJ Silence asked him some interview style questions at the end to share with the Melodics community. He's going to send out a PDF that he typed up. He's going to send that to me. If you want, I could go ahead and forward that along, or I can have him send it to you too if you type in your email or whatever if you're interested in it. Okay, I guess I did kind of read a lot of that stuff out. I don't necessarily always think about that when I'm streaming. I'm just trying to get comfortable on camera and stuff like that. I try to think of the other stuff, but I'm not always in tune with all of that. Sweet. Yeah, it's cool that you did that. I'm actually surprised that they didn't actually think to do that. Like, they should have saw that as like an opportunity to like try to like see if you guys would both do videos and be able to make a video thing that they could send out to everybody. That would have been a cool way to do the promotion. And then they could have posted that video up on YouTube and maybe, you know, on their channel, and maybe got some new people to check it out. Yeah, I really wish I would have gotten into that a little earlier when I saw you doing it. And whenever we were talking about it, it was like right after you won, like I started to think about it. I was like, man, I should start doing that and see if I could maybe win next month's prize. And like I started knocking them out and like started marking my videos where everything was at so I could start posting them up. And then I like looked into it to find out where it was, because I think at first I thought it was Facebook. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to make a Facebook account because I hate Facebook. But I was gonna do it, and I was like, oh wait, it's on Instagram, which I guess isn't much different. But and then I was like, oh man, it's already over. Oh wow. That sucks that you have to pay. I guess I don't know much about Zoom. I think if I was going to do something like that, I mean, I guess Melodics probably set it up, but if I was going to do something like that, I would have like streamed it straight to YouTube or something instead of using a conferencing software. Oh, it was definitely a cool promotion. I wish that they would maybe do something like regularly that maybe like tone down the prize pack a little bit. Maybe make it a little bit simpler. Make it one piece of gear. Make it like a controller. Give away a controller every month. You know, I'm sure they make enough money that they could spend $200 a month on promotion. You know, pick a new controller every month and like cross promote it. And you could probably talk to the controller companies and get them to give you a good deal on it. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I should be reading some of this stuff for him too, but yeah, I thought about recording it, though we did a Zoom meeting. You have to pay to record it, it seemed. But yeah, you have to pay to record conferences on Zoom. And they connect. Oh, he could have done that, but we had to decide it on our own. They connected us, and then we set a time. We both had no clue what we were getting into, going to even talk about or do with our time, but we talked for like 1.5 hours. We're supposed to be 1 hour, but we enjoyed chatting. Oh, that's cool that he wasn't just like on a strict time limit. Alright, well, I'm gonna put on a different song. I'm getting kind of tired of hearing the same beat over and over again. Yeah, and he was just like he had to make dinner at some point. I guess that's when he had to get off the call with you. Yeah, he has lessons in there if you've seen them on keys. I haven't noticed them per se. In fact, I'm gonna flop over to keys right now and take a look. What's the name on that again? Let me scroll back. Remember, it was like a three syllable, like, I don't know if I want to say it's like a Spanish name. Mark de Clive Lowe. Under keys. I think most of these early ones are all melodics only. I don't think they get. I know there's a couple that are by named bands, artists. There we go. Mark de Clive Lowe, Ramona Strings. I think that's one of the ones they added recently. I can't remember. Yeah, I remember doing this one. I don't think this is one of the newer ones. See if I could find any more. Go back down. Keys. And DJ Silence says, "Yup, but it was a good time. We talked music, keys and pads." Oh, he's on keys and pads if you search by artist. Oh, he's on pads too. I'll have to maybe do a couple of his lessons. Try to do a couple now since I'm on pads. I was just getting ready to look for a new one. I think he's actually of Asian descent. Yeah, the only reason I said Mexican was because I remembered like a day in there, and I thought I remembered it being like three syllables with a hyphen, and I just kind of associated that with Spanish. That's why I was thinking that. Yeah, it was just the way that the name I was remembering the name being parsed. He's a piano player. He's hoping to chat with Rachel Collier, the first prize. She does a lot of electronic dance music. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought it was Spanish. They say I saw the day and the hyphen, and that was what was in my head. And I was like, that sounds like Spanish or Mexican or something. We go back over to pads and look for a couple, see if I can find any of his lessons there. Learning. Let's see. What was his name again? See if I could copy and paste it in there instead of just scrolling. Mark de Clive Lowe. Sorry, no results found. Move in space. There we go. Oh wow, it looks like all his pads lessons are. Oh no, there's some lower grade levels here. They're just out of order. Can I sort this? No, but I can get more on the screen at once. Looks like the earliest grade level for him in pads is grade 6. What the heck? How am I already on step 6 of 6? Oh, I already beat this one. I'll do it again. But I'm actually going to put it on practice mode and just let it run dry once. I'm going to go ahead and clean out my dab rig here real quick and do another dab before I get started on it. Oh wait. I was looking at the chat and I was seeing all kind of new stuff, but it's because I was scrolled way back. Jeez. Make sure I didn't miss anything on the current chat. No, I'm up to date on that. Actually, maybe I won't need to reload it. Still get it clean for next time anyway. Let's go for the honey boo. And I think I'll go ahead and do another one anyway. Oh. All right. Give this a go. It's another one where I'm getting a little bit of stuttering in my frame rate. I don't think I'm having any trouble with OBS streaming or anything, but once I get too many notes on the screen, I get a little bit of jitteriness on my Melodics graphics performance. I definitely need to build a new system. I gotta start keeping an eye out and get myself one of these new graphics cards and build myself a new computer. Yeah, it seems like the more notes are on the screen, the more likely it is to happen. And I don't know, like I usually when I'm doing any melodics or any music production, I usually have anything else turned off that possibly could be, but I still seem to notice sometimes I somehow seem to get a little bit better performance than other times. Maybe it's in my head, maybe there's some gremlins in my computer, I don't know. One thing though, even when it does get a little stuttery, it's usually still useful as practice, I think. But there was one I did the other day where it was so bad that I was like, this isn't, I shouldn't even be practicing to this because this is just going to make me bad to, be this off and be, compensating that much for it. Yeah, I think I definitely need to bite the bullet and find myself a good graphics card and finally build that new computer. I was trying to want the whole out. I know Samsung and I forget what the acronym is. It's like TSMC or something. But they want to start making processors in the United States, and I was hoping maybe I could hold out a year or two and see if maybe they get their project going by then. But that's stupid. I just need to just cough up a couple extra bucks now and just... Actually a pretty simple one. I can't believe this is 6th grade. I don't even think I'm actually going to do performance. Well, maybe I should go ahead and do performance mode on it anyway. Try and get 3 stars. Then again, as much as it's stuttering, this might not be great practice. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and do something else. Look for something familiar, maybe. Oh, there we go. Not seeing anything familiar. Just jump on a new one. I think after I get done with this one, I'll probably sign off. It's way later than I'm usually up. I usually go to work I leave for work at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know where you guys are at. So usually at this time, I'd be having to wake up in like 2 hours. Yeah, this is almost the time I normally wake up. I'm kind of out of time though, because I actually had COVID, so I had to do a quarantine from work. I had my first I know DJ Silence knows all this stuff already, but I had my first dose of the Pfizer vaccine, like I guess it was about 4 weeks ago now, and then like a week and 3/4 into that or something like that, I ended up getting COVID, and then I go back to work on Monday, and I just got my second COVID shot the other day. Timing worked out perfectly to where I didn't have to reschedule my second shot because I ended up getting it. Yeah, you dream safe out there too, Manifest TV. Thanks for stopping by. It's awesome to see you tonight. Am I thirsty? $50. I'll take it. The heck? What's the next step? Yeah, don't know why it didn't go over. Still all the same fingers. Learn the 8th and 16th note kick pattern with the second drum groove. Oh, I didn't realize they want me to be doing this all on one hand. I've been using two hands. I should probably try and do it on one hand like they say. Yeah, I've done these similar with the one hand with the ring finger doing the 16th notes. I think they're 16ths. Yeah, it's going to take me a minute to get used to it again, but fun practice. 4 a.m. where DJ Silence is at, so that's the same as me. Always brew, keep up the work, you got this. DJ Silence says he practiced an hour during my stream just now. That's awesome. I'm glad that that I can motivate you to put a little bit of time in yourself. Always nice to know something you did had an effect out there. I think I've had enough for tonight. I'm beat. I'm ready to go to bed. And you guys are still there. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. Makes me glad I actually decided I almost didn't stream because I didn't stream the last 2 nights because I was having side effects from the shot. Well, the first night because I went to get the shot because I had to drive to Ohio to get it, which was like freaking 2.5 hours each way, a little more than 2.5 hours each way, I think. So I was just kind of tired when I got back, and then that night that I wasn't able to stream. I was like, no big deal. I'll miss a night. And the next day, the side effects hit me so hard. It's like, man, there's no way I'm not doing anything today. And then that was last night. So tonight, I was like, man, maybe I'll take one more day off. It's like, no, it's already late, but I better get on. And so I'm glad I did. I didn't necessarily perform well on the melodics, but I did put in my time. I got some decent practice in, even if I didn't necessarily do anything too complex. And then I had you guys here to keep me company, so that was awesome. All right, and I'm out.